to the weigh-in.
Hey.
We are going to be doing an MMA episode today.
All MMA.
Obviously, because UFC 203 just happened.
Just happened a couple days ago, yeah.
Just happened a couple days ago, so you're going to get the best that the internet has to offer right now.
The best, easily.
It's
not even a competition, really.
No, I don't really think there's anybody that could be besides Sam and Alec.
Yeah, that's it.
On the way in, that's pretty much as good as you can get.
Joe Rogan's a fraud. I'll say that. Fighter and the Kid, couple bitches. No, it's okay. I like Fighter.
No, we can't.
I love those.
Yeah, we love those guys. You know what Sid told me?
What's
that?
that?
They're the #1 podcast right now. They beat out that Game of Thrones podcast.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I believe it. They're hilarious.
And
I love Brian. Brian Callen's coming to town, by the way.
That's pretty awesome. I'll go watch that. Yeah. I'll for sure watch that.
I heard a rumor, or it was Norm Macdonald, one or the other. I messed it up. It might have been Norm Macdonald.
Hey, I'll watch that too.
Yeah, he was one of the funniest comics. Anyway,
so weigh in with Sam and Alec. Yeah. You know us.
Yes.
And if you don't, you're about to. And we're going to be reviewing UFC 203.
I'm excited to finally talk about this. We were both kind of busy the last couple of days, and I think it was actually a good thing too, because now we kind of couple of days have gone by. We've seen the post fights and all that stuff.
And this is like, I was looking at it. It's pretty normal. Like like, let's say Fighter and the Kid and whatever, all those guys, they're doing everything Monday during the day, right? I
wanted to let stuff settle as well too, like really assess the fights. I watched a couple of the fights
because we'd just be all tripping out, whatever.
I was very hyped. I really liked the main event. I really liked. So anyway, let's just go over the card.
All right, so I'll pull it up here
for sure.
There we go. We got it. So we start off.
Let's start with
Let's start with this. We got to explain this first because this really sucks.
This is a damn shame for Uncle Creepy Ian McCall. His fight got canceled again. I guess his opponent got sick.
Yeah. His opponent got sick, and the fight before that got canceled. Were they sick again?
The other guy didn't make weight. Okay. The one before that, the guy just didn't make weight. So this time, Ray Borg, I guess, got sick. Ian McCall, Uncle Creepy. One of my favorite flyweight fighters.
He's so good.
Yeah, I mean, he's hilarious. He's a character. It really sucks that he wants to get back into fighting. He hasn't fought for a while. I guess he has lots of injuries. And I know he was ready for this one again. I hope they gave him his money. I hope because he was there.
They're definitely going to because
they did last time too.
Yeah, because he's there. He's like going through this camp. Like they can't not. You know.
Yeah, what I mean? It's just not. I mean, this is a great way to make a paycheck without getting head trauma.
I think we should mention this too as well.
Oh, the CB Dalloway fight?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess CB... So, I don't know the whole story. You can explain it?
I saw some video footage of this. So, apparently what happened was there was like an elevator accident. like it dropped like a couple floors or whatever. All that stuff.
Scary.
And it wasn't like just CB Dalloway in there. Like, I saw Faber was in there. Verdum was in there.
I heard the guy, the Hawaiian boy. What the hell's his name? He fought on the card. Remember the Brad Tavares.
Tavares, yeah.
Is he Hawaiian? I don't know if he's Hawaiian. I think he's Hawaiian. He was in there as well.
And I saw some footage of it, and I don't know, like, the footage that I saw was kind of like after it already happened. They were still in the elevator. It hadn't been pulled out yet.
Yeah.
But everybody was, like, kind of smiling, joking around, whatever. But apparently something happened with his, like, back or something. Like, I guess, like, the drop down. Like, that's a pretty big shock, so I guess I could understand.
Yeah, poor CB. I mean, CB Dalloway is... He's like been around forever. Right?
And it sucks to, like, get your fight pulled, like, night before.
A freak accident, too.
Like, it had nothing to do with sickness, nothing to do with injury. Well, it did have to do with injuries, but it wasn't like a training
An
injury.
elevator caused it. You just don't
insane.
ever hear of that. So, that's poor CB Dalloway. How about Cerrone trying to fight his opponent, calling Dana White? He goes, I'll fight at 185.
He's just like, who is that person who was Dalloway fighting? And he didn't even know. And then he's just like, I'll fight that guy. Yeah, sure.
He goes, I can make 185. That's crazy. I'm becoming more of a fan of Cerrone. Yeah. So, I mean, I've always liked him, but like...
And that's the thing. Like, we always liked him. We knew it was going to be a good fight, but then it's... You're actually seeing some...
He's going to, like... I think he might retire with the most fights in the history of the UFC. Like, he's on his way.
He's so awesome.
He fights like 4 or 5 times a year or something crazy.
You got to grind it out, man.
He's a psycho. He just wants that money.
Yeah.
He wants to do all that wakeboarding and bull riding, whatever.
He's fighting like Cowboys do.
He's fighting like he's broke, too. I'm like, you got no money? Like,
no, he's probably... I mean, I don't know.
He's not taking a lot of damage either.
No, and that's the thing. Like, if you can, why not?
Yeah, like I remember Josh...
If you can keep busy, why not?
Josh Koscheck said he wanted to fight all the time, too.
Yeah.
And there you go. Okay, so let's go to the first fight on the main card. And it was... this was one of the performances... I don't know if this girl won a performance of the night.
It was a pretty good fight.
I think she did. Jessica Andrade versus Joanne Calderwood. Jessica Andrade might be one of the strongest females I've ever seen in my entire life. How do you slam someone so hard? Like,
oh, she was
as a
good,
human.
Man. Yeah, she was good.
Not even as a woman. Like,
yeah.
She picked up. It looked like two different. Well, not. It didn't look. They looked like the same size, but the strength advantage was like two different weight classes.
Yeah, for sure.
She was picking her up as a kid. The Brazilian Jessica Andrade just beat the holy hell out of her, and then finished with an arm and guillotine choke, which is you got to have a hell of a squeeze to do that in the first place. It is technique as well, but she was ripping on that thing. I mean, that was very impressive. So. Great job, Jessica.
Yeah, like I mean, there's not much to say because the fight wasn't like it was in the first round.
Yeah, she
dominated. I think she dominated.
Yeah, I mean, two takedowns,
significant strikes, 72% to 50%.
Yeah,
and then I mean, total strikes was kind of close, but you got control here. 3 minutes and 33 seconds.
Well, yeah, she took her. Yeah, she took her down.
Yeah,
it was brutal. Jessica Andrade looked fantastic. Next fight. Oh, yeah, this is the one we both got wrong.
This is honestly this fight. It turned out to be my favorite fight of the card. Like I mean, favorite as in it was just like
I thought it was gonna win fight of the night.
Yeah, because I mean, Faber, you know he's gonna go till the end. He doesn't.
Faber's tough.
He's a tough dude, and I understand that. But this guy had like a big chance here.
Yeah, so the Jamie Rivera versus Uriah Faber.
What was he ranked? 12th?
He was 12th, and Uriah was number 2.
Exactly. I mean, this is a huge opportunity for him to go against Faber, and if he beats him, that like kind of shoots him up in the rankings. That shoots him up in respect, man. Because if you can, like, I hate Uriah Faber, I'll admit it, but like, if you can beat him, you're pretty legit.
Well, like I said the last episode for the preview, I said Uriah Faber for me is the best gatekeeper in the history of the UFC.
Yeah, because who does he lose to? Well, I mean, he lost to Jimmy Rivera, but
who does he before that, no one other than the title shot. Like, he only lost during title fights. I mean, he lost to Aldo, lost to Brow twice, lost to Dominic Cruz twice, lost to Mike Thomas Brown twice. These are all championship fights that he's losing. So it's very impressive that Jimmy Rivera. Man, he looked like a world beater. Number one, he might be the strongest looking 135 I've ever seen.
Yeah, and the thing with Uriah is
like physically.
And remember, I was telling you at the beginning, Uriah Faber looked old, man. Like face.
We were at Donegal's YYC, and we were sitting there. They hooked it up again. Best Philly cheesesteak ever. Such good food. Anyway, we were sitting there, and me and I think Sammer said this, and my boy BJ said it. We were just like, yo, Faber's got some dad bod going on.
Like, he a little bit there, and in the face a lot too. Like, he just looks like an old dude.
He looks like an older, and it's weird because he always looks like a little, like in this picture he looks like a little kid.
Yeah.
But he's always been jacked But man, Jimmy Rivera controlled this fight from beginning to end.
Those leg kicks were like hurting my feelings, man.
Faber's legs were so
badly bruised. Bumps on them.
There were bumps. It looked like he was leprosy on his knee.
Oh god, like
it was disgusting.
You could tell, like, you know, Faber's a G. He like we said, he ain't no joke, and he's been in the game a long time.
No, he's a legend.
So he's trying to like play it off, but you can tell, man, he's got no weight on that.
Yeah,
these kicks were nothing coming from him after that.
So yeah, Rivera controlled all the striking. Faber, like, I don't know, were there any takedown attempts? Yeah, he tried 2 takedown attempts. He didn't even come close. This guy's, we mentioned the last one, this guy's 100% takedown defense.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how you're going to take this brick shithouse down. This guy looks strong as hell. Jimmy Rivera, some bad news that happened. So Jimmy Rivera got a unanimous decision, 30-27 all across the board. I guess Faber kicked that dick pretty hard.
Yeah.
But number 2, he poked him.
Yeah.
And he went to the doctor. I don't know if you read this, but Jimmy Rivera.
Because he said at the end of the fight, he said, yo, he's just like, they're talking. He's like, yo, man, I can't see.
Yeah.
Like he was talking to Joe Rogan and saying that.
Yeah, Jimmy Rivera got poked in the eye. He said he couldn't see. After the fight, he went to the doctor. And he said, after he went to the doctor visit, apparently there was a scratch on his eye.
On his cornea.
There was a cornea, and he says he still can't see. And the doctor said, I don't know when you're going to get your full vision back. Like, it's a serious
Faber, you piece of shit.
Yeah, thanks, Faber. I hope he comes back because, man.
He looked like I want to see this guy fight again.
I want to see him fight again. You know what fight I want to see him fight? Even though I know they're talking about Corey Garbrandt versus Dominic Cruz, I want to see that boy fight Corey Garbrandt.
I think that'd be a good fight.
I want to see,
because what's he's like 6 or something.
Corey Garbrandt was 6 because he beat Thomas Almeida, and Thomas Almeida is 10 now.
I mean, this is going to jump
beat and he just beat number 2.
Yeah, so he's going to jump up to at least top 10,
top 5.
You think
He'll be like
I mean,
beating Faber is huge.
That's huge. So like they'll be like right at the same point right there.
It reminds me of like when like Chael Sonnen, he wasn't like beating anybody, and then he came and he beat Mark Ward and Yushin Okami, and there's like skyrocket. It's all about who you beat, and you beat Faber.
No, that's so true. That makes sense. So but I think they'd be right at the same point.
I gotta say
5'6".
I gotta say 5'6".
Yeah,
he's definitely top 5.
I would definitely like. I would love to see that fight, man.
I would love to see Corey Garbrandt. Here's the thing, man. I believe in Cruz.
Yeah,
this is a scary fight for Cruz, and just
Corey or this guy.
Sorry, this guy. Corey, I really think Dominic can beat. I think Dominic has. I think the Alpha Fail team. Yeah. I said Alpha Fail. What? I'm Team Dominic.
Yeah.
I think he just has their number. I love how Dominic Cruz says that he made a career, or the Alpha Male made their career off of losing to Dominic Cruz. I think that's so funny. But I'm talking. This guy is so big and so strong. So I would be more worried about this fight, actually, believe it or not, than Corey Garbrandt.
I would love to see it.
Because
I want this guy to do good, whether he wins or loses. I mean, his rep is going to go way up.
Exactly. No,
and I want to see this guy do well because he looked good.
Yeah, absolutely. He earned a fan. We both picked Faber, and that's just off.
And we picked Faber because we didn't.
I didn't know much about Jimmy Rivera, to be honest.
And that's the thing. And I would never pick Faber because I hate his guts. But this could have been the only one that if I went with my gut feeling, I could have won because I lost everything on this card.
We'll get to some more fights, but no, Junior. I mean, we just both didn't know about, and I have a hard time picking Faber in a non-title fight. It's almost impossible. Like I don't even know how to like pick against it. So good job, Jimmy Rivera, man. You skyrocket, beat number 2 in the division. That's phenomenal. All right, we gotta talk about this. I need to. All right, I'm back.
Your drink's here.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. I was going to puke a little bit. So the next fight was the third fight on the main card over Uriah Faber and Jimmy Rivera. We had Mickey Gall versus CM Punk, Phil Brooks. I'm not going to be cocky, but I called this one. but to be fair, I made I said what a lot of people were saying. Mickey Gall.
Let's talk about at least thought. I'm going to tell you this.
Yeah.
I at least thought because, everybody knew he was going to, he's obviously better than him on the ground. I thought this Mickey Gall was going to be like, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to beat him standing up. And I thought he was going to try.
Get cocky.
Just at least do something.
I think he would have beat him standing up, too.
That's what I mean. At least, do something else. I wanted to see that, but he went for what he knows, so that's good. Well, I mean, he's got to show off his game, too.
Let's talk about the fight. Number one,
there's no fight. He ran in. He went to go punch him. He got taken down. He went, blah, 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 back and forth. Went for the rear naked choke. It's done.
Mickey Gall comes out to Mickey, you're so fine. And then CM Punk comes out to Cult of Personality. And, yeah, man, CM Punk, I don't know. He said his game plan was to rush him because he knows how scary and ferocious Mickey Gall was. So he rushed him. Mickey Gall changes levels, takes him down with probably the easiest takedown in the history of his life, and you're right. He beat the shit out of him and rear naked choked him. That's how he's 3-0, and all of his wins are by rear naked choke. Mickey, look,
I just feel like if he was going for the rear naked choke, if he's so bad that he should have beaten him quicker. But,
I think he punched his freaking ear in. Did you see the collie after?
Yeah.
See, he made CM Punk earn that cauliflower ear.
Yeah.
Couple things to talk about in terms of CM Punk. Number one, respect for going into the cage. I really got to say that. Respect. He trained his ass off for 2 years.
I can't even comprehend what he must be feeling like. Because I was talking to you about this. Even a fighter having a full training camp, like we were talking about Glover.
Glover fighting Anthony
Johnson.
Having
a full training camp and then losing to somebody in 15 seconds.
That's the name of the game, right?
That ruins you. And then CM Punk, excited about all this, everybody this, support, blah, blah, blah. And then training for 2 years straight. And then going out like that does a number on you, man.
It says CM Punk got 6 significant strikes in. I didn't see any of those.
Well, he was going like this.
Oh, when he had his back. Come on, get off,
man. Get out of here, little bitch.
Yeah. So look, man, I listened to.
Well, there's your problem right here.
The takedown. The first
takedown's 1 of 100%. There's your problem.
When he takes someone down, they shouldn't get up. That's the way it is, So Mickey Gall, brown belt jiu-jitsu.
Oh, he blocked one.
He escaped one rear naked choke. I think that's why those 26 significant strikes came in. He lasted 2 minutes and 45 seconds. I didn't know it was that long. Good job.
That's what I mean. Like, I don't know. I feel like if he were as good as he says he was, he should have been quicker.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm just gonna say this: Mickey Gall.
I think he's talented, man. I mean,
I think he's a prick.
You think so?
No, I don't know. He's good. Like, look, no, and that's what I said when I was talking about when they were training and doing all that stuff. I'm like he's pretty ferocious. Like his attacking was good. His sparring was like he was quick.
Can I say something too? I don't think the UFC wanted CM Punk to win. I think they could have gave him a way easier fight.
Yeah,
seriously. Like not.
Mickey Gall was good because he's like an up and coming guy. Dude. So like. I think they should have at least gone a little bit down.
Yeah, like even when I'm seeing like his training, I'm like, this guy knows his submissions. This guy knows his striking. He seems very well rounded. After the fight, Mickey Gall called out Sage Northcutt, which it looks like that fight might be happening.
And I think that's a decent fight.
That's an awesome fight, man. I'm really excited to see Super Sage Northcutt versus Mickey Gall because if Sage Northcutt has showed any type of weaknesses, it's his submission game. And Mickey seems to have he's a brown belt. And I watched his grappling training. Like, dude, this guy's got some sick submissions. So I'm really excited. Two young, hungry fighters who were both found on that Finding a Fight show.
Yeah.
So that's a really cool. I think that's a cool storyline. They're both young. I think let's do that. And I have a question for you. Do you think CM Punk fights in the UFC again?
Honestly, if it's up to him, yes.
He would want it. Yeah.
Yeah. If it's up to him, yes. I think they'll give him one more.
Really?
I really do.
Yeah.
I don't know, somehow they'll give him one more. Because if it's up to him, he'll go 0-4. Like, you don't give a fuck, right?
Yeah.
Shit.
Well, he just got paid, I thought he was going to get paid about $1 million.
Yeah.
He got paid $500,000.
And we were talking about this, and he was telling me, like, oh, yeah, the fighters are pissed. I'm like, what did you think? Yeah. Like, obviously he was going to get paid a stupid amount of money. He got paid $500,000, which is honestly not that much compared to the freak shows that they've had.
Well, he got paid a lot. He got paid lots in the WWE apparently.
Exactly.
So.
And that's the thing. Like, everybody's surprised that he made this money. Why? You knew this was a freak show from the beginning.
Exactly. Like, he brought in a different crowd. As an MMA purist, do I like that? Not really, but I know what they're doing. It's a publicity stunt. I get it. I know he trained hard.
But you got to look at it this way too. If it wasn't for CM Punk, would you be even talking about Mickey Gall fighting Sage Northcutt?
Oh, no.
And that's the thing. They need this stuff for this kind of stuff to happen. Like, it's.
One of the funniest tweets I saw was I don't know who tweeted it, but he said I want to see Justin Bieber fight in the UFC next, which I thought was,
now you're talking. Let's fight CM Punk.
Justin Bieber versus CM Punk. I would pay hundreds upon hundreds of dollars to see that. Not Mickey Gall. Mickey Gall should really step up the competition. But yeah, I mean, respect CM Punk personally. If you're asking me, I don't think he gets another fight in the UFC simply because he's 0-1.
Yeah.
Like, how many 0-1 guys continue on in the UFC?
Yeah.
I want him to keep fighting, though. Like, I would love if he went to a King of the Cage or some local shows. I think he could win. But this was too big of a step up in competition. I thought it was just kind of silly, and it is what it is. I mean, Mickey Gall wins by submission round 1. I called it. It's not like I'm bragging about it, though. A lot of people are crying that. You took a chance, and I respect that.
Yeah, I didn't care. It was like, okay, let's go CM Punk. Sure, whatever.
100%. Like, what does this fight have to do with anything? So, whatever. It is what it is.
You know what's hilarious?
What's that?
Going on to the next fight.
The next fight is Fabricio Verdum and Travis Brown.
I feel like Fabricio Verdum...
Oh my god, really?
Fabricio Verdum has the type of body or the type of face and head that makes him look like he should be in shape. But he has the weirdest body.
Yeah, he's pretty soft. At least for this fight, he looked very soft.
It's just like it almost looks like Bigfoot's body. It's just weird.
I was laughing. Okay, so Fabricio...
Significant strike?
I was laughing at the significant strikes. I'm like, Jesus, I did not know it was that bad. Okay, Fabricio...
Well, you got those front rolls.
Yeah, so Fabricio Verdum versus Travis Brown. I picked Verdum. I know you went on a limb again. You picked Brown. But
I told you I lost everything. It's fine. Last card, I had
did
everyone.
Really good. Yeah, you got cocky. That's what happened to me too.
I was just like, let's get crazy. You know, whatever.
No, absolutely. What do you got to lose? Anyway, Verdum starts off the fight. I've seen this GIF 1,000 times. Verdum starts off the fight with a Jean-Claude Van Damme flying sidekick and hits directly to the face of Travis Brown. And it was all downhill from there.
Yeah.
It was
a joke of a fight.
I mean, Verdum rocked him at the end of the first, had his back, but the time ran out. And then, man, the last two rounds are so damn boring. They were just pawing at each other. It says Verdum has 107 significant strikes. I
don't remember that.
I don't remember him cracking him that hard. I don't know, man. It was boring. He didn't get a single takedown. I guess he tried 3 takedowns. So, I mean, you think Verdum...
No, because remember, they were really shitty takedowns. Like, he was exhausted. He was gassed out, remember?
Well,
like,
they were both...
They were just dumb I'm not saying he was any less gassed. I'm just saying, like, his takedowns were not...
I'll say this right now. If Cain Velasquez fought that Verdum, I think Cain Velasquez would have just beat the shit out of him.
They would have sent him in jail.
Yeah, like, it would have been against the law. But... Yeah. Anyway, not much to talk about. Verdum won all 3 rounds. It was pretty obvious.
I was telling you this as well. Like, this is the one fight where like crazy stuff happened. Verdum did the jump and kick. Yeah. He did these front rolls.
Capoeira.
Yeah.
Because he trains at Cobrina.
Travis Brown poked him in the eye. Mm-hmm. And Travis Brown almost lost his finger. Like,
that was disgusting.
Twisted out. It was so gross.
When I was watching that, I thought his finger was off. Yeah. Because I saw blood. It looked like his finger was off.
It was like torn. It was like gross.
And that was from a punch.
Yeah. He just twisted off with the gloves and everything. And then Fabricio front kick. What's his face?
Edmund. That's Brown's coach. Edmund deserved that front kick. Me and this guy was talking about.
But I'm saying all of this happened, and it was a dog shit fight.
Yeah, the fight. I mean, Dana White even came out and said, he goes, look, I'm not looking, because Verdum wants a title shot now, and Dana was like, I wasn't that impressed, so we're going to discuss it. I know, I agree. Verdum, I think, in my opinion, that fight was so boring. That's just, you didn't win any rounds. You didn't win any friends. Even though I was dying to get that freaking kick on camera, and I got it, so... I watched that kick so much. He kicked Brown's piece of shit coach, Ronda's coach, Edmund. I hate that guy. Everybody online hates him. If you don't know who Edmund, the Ronda coach is, just look it up and you'll hate him too. Because there's videos of why he's an asshole. So he's a crappy coach and he's a crappy person. And I'm happy Verdum kicked him. Anyway, heavyweight title fight. Stipe Miocic versus the Reem, Alistair Overeem.
This is honestly the one. I mean, CM Punk, I wasn't really nervous. Like, I love the guy, but I wasn't really nervous.
This was a pick'em fight. This is a close fight.
This main card, I was like, Overeem's a better striker, but
on paper,
his chin is nothing. Like, he has nothing there.
He's been knocked out.
There's nothing. There's just jelly behind there, right? Yeah. So that I was like, it could go either way. Like, I have no idea. If Overeem's on, you can't touch him.
No, 100%. I mean, the Ubereem is scary.
He is.
Hasn't been Ubereem for a little while since USADA, but it is what it is. Overeem has changed his kind of style around to just straight bulldozing to kind of more of a methodical striker, and he knocked out Dos Santos, he knocked out Arlovski, he beat Big Country. He's looked great. Overeem deserved his title shot 100%, and he started the fight off great. I mean, that was crazy.
Rocked the shit out of Stipe.
I thought it was over.
And then he went for a guillotine.
And you called it, because you said, you're like, I think he'll submit him. And then, he went for the guillotine.
Yeah. And like, we thought it was deep, but...
I thought it was on, because normally when Overeem has a guillotine, if you look at his previous fights, he guillotined Vitor Belfort, he guillotined a few guys. So anyway, guillotined James Thompson, whatever. Awesome guillotine, and he had it fully on, and the fact that Stipe had the wits about him enough after getting cracked in the chin to escape and pass the guard from the guillotine was very impressive.
What Joe Rogan was saying that I heard is that when he got hit, I think it was Joe Rogan saying it, when he got hit and rocked and fell back, he kind of fell back, but he fell back with his hands like down and like looking up, so he's good.
Still seeing
like he's good to go.
Yeah.
He got rocked, but like he's up before he even hits the ground. Like he's ready to go. So I think that had a lot to do with it. When he went in for the guillotine, he was like still like 80-90%.
For sure. Yeah.
It was all good. Like if he was actually rocked when he went for the guillotine,
it would have been over. I mean, I thought I saw the guillotine and I was like, oh, it's done. Like, it's done.
But that's the thing. He was like he was pretty much good to go as soon as he hit the ground.
100%.
So I think that's why.
Stipe, so Stipe escapes the guillotine, he gets up, and then tees off on Overeem. It looked like Overeem blew his wad going for all that.
Yeah, he was exhausted.
He looked exhausted. What Stipe was doing, which I loved, was he was picking all the shots. Like he was getting Overeem up against the cage, and Overeem was just shelling up, and he was like, he wasn't just going boom, boom, boom like Chuck Liddell or anything like that. He was like he was going to body, he was trying to sneak the uppercut, whatever. He was going for it, and eventually... It looks like he caught a kick from Overeem.
Yeah.
Overeem went away, and he postured up in Overeem's guard, and he knocked Overeem out just straight to the canvas.
It was horrifying.
It just horrible, brutal ground and pound, knocked him out cold. And Stipe won in Cleveland. Good job, man.
And Stipe, like, this is how bad it was. Like, he was so raw, he was so, like, knocked out. Stipe celebrated, jumped on top of the
Cleveland
cage, did
rocks.
his whole thing, blah, 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 came back, all this stuff's going on. And they brought the stool for Overeem, and they still can't. He can't get up to get on the stool. Like, he was done after this.
It's pretty crazy. I mean, they gotta have a freaking parade for freaking Stipe.
They should, man. But he earned it. He came back. He destroyed. He deserves to be champ.
Yeah.
Him against Velasquez, I think, would be amazing.
That's what I want to see. Velasquez versus Stipe, 100%.
I think that would be perfect. I think we should also, like, talking about this, go into the whole Joe Rogan thing. I think that's important.
Oh, yeah. Joe Rogan mentioned something that was really interesting. After the fight, they interviewed Overeem.
After he was, like, just destroyed.
Just got knocked the fuck out. Yeah. Sorry I said the F word.
Does it count? Like, for me, one and you one?
I don't know. Good? Well, whatever.
Okay.
Come on. We were trying, man. It's late. So, yeah. Anyway, Joe Rogan went to Overeem. Overeem just got knocked out cold. I don't even know how he's standing, to be honest, because taking impact, we were just discussing this, straight ground and pound while your head is on the back of the canvas and you're just eating all of it. That's really bad all around for your brain. And Overeem especially, who's been knocked out a number of times, Joe Rogan interviews him, and Overeem's like, I think Stipe tapped. I think the ref missed it. And Joe's like, oh, really?
He was pretty, like, adamant about it. Like, he said he definitely felt the tap.
Yeah.
That Stipe tapped, and the ref didn't see it, but that's the way it is. Let's go to the drawing board.
Yeah.
So they showed the replay of 3 different angles of it,
and there was no tap.
No tap.
He grabbed the wrist. There was a point where he was grabbing the wrist, and maybe he was like this, but he was trying to, first thing with a guillotine defense, you got to grab that wrist. It's around your neck. You got to protect that. And then he did the right thing. He passed from it, went to side control essentially. Overeem scrambled up. But
they saw that there was no tap. Overeem kind of just walked away.
He's like, "What do I got to say?" You know. And then Joe Rogan, I guess he said
he was talking about that he doesn't want to do this anymore of interviewing fighters that are finished by TKO or KO or whatever, because they're so messed in the head. Like, these guys don't even fully recover from that knockout till 3, 4, 5 days later.
Oh yeah,
and then
it's a concussion. He got knocked out. It's a concussion.
Exactly, and then they're not even allowed to hit the gym until when?
Oh, it's
usually it's 3 months, right?
You can't spar.
Yeah,
for
there's
there's
no contact.
Yeah.
For 3 months.
You can light grapple or something. I've heard.
Yeah, it's like something crazy like that.
But you can't you can't spar. It's completely
to be interviewing somebody that just happened to doesn't make sense. I think Joe Rogan's 100% on that.
I think it's in poor taste, to be honest. I think it's just what does he have to say? He goes, "Yeah, he punched me in the face a lot. I messed up. My dream is gone." It's kind of rough. I don't like it.
And you were saying people that go to war, crazy fights, that's the one you do.
After saying that's off the top of my head, Connor and Nate.
Yeah.
Crazy war. Let's interview them both. They're both ready still to go, so let's interview them both. I get it, but if you get knocked out cold, that's a little bit different.
Yeah, you got to let it go, even choking out.
Let him go to the freaking doctor.
Or choking out.
Choking out.
Anything unconscious or rocked or anything like that, I think
you should just go to the doctor. But I mean, that's for the pay-per-view cards. They usually do it. The television, they just do the winner. Yeah. But anyway, I mean, it is what it is. Stipe is a great champion. Cain Velasquez.
100% deserved it.
Also, Overeem, it looks like he has a pretty lengthy suspension because I read somewhere he has 13 or 14 knockout losses. He's been knocked out a lot. I know he's been knocked out by Ben Rothwell, Chuck Liddell back in the day. He was knocked out by Brown. He was knocked out by Bigfoot. He's been knocked out a lot. I honestly
just think, when he was Uberim, it made sense.
Yeah.
I don't think he should be heavyweight. I really don't.
I
don't know what else. That's the thing. I don't know what else you could do. But it's just these guys, they're hitting too hard. You know what I mean?
He weighed in at 249. He's gonna have to.
But he didn't look good. Let's be honest.
Oh, he doesn't look like Brock Lesnar.
No. But he didn't look like the Overeem of being in shape.
Yeah.
He could have gotten without drugs.
Yeah.
In a lot better shape for this fight.
Yeah. When he fought at 205, the thing was he looked like a freaking basketball player. He was super skinny and lengthy. I think he's too old now to make that way. I know what you mean. I totally mean.
Absolutely. I'm saying that. Yeah. I'm just saying, it just doesn't make sense without the gear. it doesn't make sense to be fighting in heavyweight for him because these guys are hitting so hard. Well, like Stipe, you look at him, you don't really think it, but then when he took that picture at CM Punk's squad, like he's a big dude,
and also
everybody's hitting so hard up there.
Also, like in my opinion too, like I've heard some people talk about this. The day of these gigantic heavyweights, while it's awesome to see a Brock Lesnar, Shane Carwin, I like watching these behemoths. It looks like the heavyweights that are taking over is about this 230, 235 range.
Division.
Athletic. Maybe even I mean, why the hell not? Why not?
I mean, you think about it, 207 is heavyweight.
Yeah. Well, Dan Henderson, like look at Dan Henderson. Like he used to fight at 207 to fight Fedor. He wants
and that's the thing. 207 is considered heavyweight. 207 to 265.
Which most guys aren't like weighing. I know what you mean. They're not weighing that, right? But it's like that is a very big gap.
That's 58 pounds.
Once again, we mentioned Brendan Schaub. Like Brendan Schaub was fighting guys the size of Ben Rothwell, LeVar Johnson. These enormous freaking dudes. So I
think they should at least cut it in half.
Why the hell not?
Maybe 230.
Yeah, what 230, 225, 225 to 265, and then that range. I think it would, because some of these size differences are just insane.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be mad at that. I think there should be a division between 185 and 205. That's like 20 freaking pounds.
That's what I mean. Like all the stuff before is like 10, 15 pounds.
It's not fair in my opinion. Why not have more weight classes? I don't think it would suffer. I don't think it would hurt the sport.
And a lot of the bigger guys would be able to cut down a bit more.
Yeah.
And then make that weight and just be huge for that weight class.
I would say this though. I agree with you. I like the idea of splitting that heavyweight division, but please let's not do a super heavyweight division because those are just embarrassing. I can't watch.
Yeah. Like I mean, super heavyweight division is just
some Bob Sapp and Butterbean.
I think heavyweight division should be the 207 to 230, 235, and then 235 to 265 is super heavyweight.
Absolutely, I think that'd be cool.
I think that would work.
We
should write a letter.
Yeah, I think they'll listen to us.
It's the weigh-in, so
it's kind of a big deal. I have a really cool. I want to talk about this really quick with you, and this is just kind of funny. I mentioned Shane Carwin. How about, because we're just going to do some MMA news, some things have happened.
The Risen thing?
Shane Carwin wants to apparently fight in the Risen tournament that will be featuring Krokop and Vanderlei Silva. Really quick, what are your thoughts on Vanderlei Silva fighting Shane Carwin?
Like, I thought you liked Vanderlei.
I do.
Why do you want the guy's head to blow up?
I just want it.
Because if he gets cracked once,
he's dead.
His brain will explode.
Yeah, he looks like he's been getting held together like Frankenstein's monster in the first place.
Yeah.
So, I thought it'd be funny. I don't know.
It'd be funny. It'd be hilarious, especially when they're making funeral arrangements for Vanderlei. It's good. Everybody's gonna be laughing their ass off.
I'm gonna talk. Here's the thing. Well, I guess Shane hasn't fought in a long time. Maybe Vanderlei can wear him out. I don't know.
But Shane's a freak.
Yeah, he's a psychopath.
He's always been a freak.
Yeah, and if he hits you, you're dead. Okay, that was just something on a side note. Any other MMA news you really want to talk about? What's the next fight card we got coming up? Is it
well? There's stuff in between, but the main big one is
my
upcoming
boy.
events. Let's go here. Let's see what we got.
I believe, So for the free
204 is
Henderson versus Bisping. Oh, this is a sick fight right here. Dustin Poirier versus Michael Johnson. We got Cyborg versus some victim. I don't even need to know her name. I don't know.
It's black.
It's some poor
Landsberg.
Girl. Oh, and it's in Brazil. Do they test in Brazil? Is that a stupid question? I don't know.
USADA will.
Yeah, that's right. This is a sick fight. John Lineker versus John Dodson. Someone's going to sleep. But the next pay-per-view card...
Oh, and they're headlining this card.
Oh, yeah. That's a big deal. That's a really big deal.
Just while you're talking about that, I'm just going to see who's on these cards.
Yeah, so Dustin Poirier versus Michael Johnson. Uriah Hall versus Derek Brunson is a beast of a fight. I can't wait to see that. You got Dunham fighting. You got... Yeah, that's a good card. That's a good free card. I wouldn't pay anything for that, but that's a good free card. They wouldn't get my money, but I like Poirier and Michael Johnson. I think I want to pick Michael Johnson in that fight. I think he's going to come back with a decision.
There you go.
Oh, this poor girl.
She looks kind of soft.
Yeah, sure. I don't know. Cyborg don't look soft. We all know that.
Oh, God.
Chris Cyborg's fighting Lena Landsberg. Oh, my God.
She looks like...
She doesn't look like an athlete.
She looks like a murder victim.
She's going to get murdered. I hate to
just imagine if she wins. We're talking all this shit.
I know.
Just imagine if this soccer mom wins.
Look, it's so hard.
I'm sorry. I'm sure, Lena Landsberg, that you've paid your dues, but
I mean, good luck. She's 6-1.
Barao isn't even main.
Oh, he's the main card. the main event. Oh, he just lost to Jeremy Stevens. He's fighting Felipe Nover. Wow. Roy Nelson versus Bigfoot. Roy Nelson's going to knock out Bigfoot. I'm calling it. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Fall from grace for Barao, though. That's crazy. Let's go to the next card.
I think the next card is the one.
Next card is the one I really want to talk about. One of my favorite fighters of all time. I hope he goes out.
Oh, it's this one first.
Oh, which one?
There's 3 fight nights before
John Lineker versus John Dodson is sick. If you don't know that, if you don't know John Dodson or John Lineker, watch that fight. 135 knockout artist. Dodson coming up from losing the belt to having a chance against Demetrius Johnson twice. He came up short twice by decision. Fighting John Lineker, who knocks people out.
Look at this. Nate Marquardt is the last fight. This is the first fight, on this fight night.
He's fighting
in Portland, Oregon.
He's fighting Tamden McCrory. That's a good fight.
This one's good, man.
Will Brooks versus the Cowboy. That's a good fight too. Will Brooks is going to beat the hell out of him. I'll say that. Will Brooks coming from Bellator, the champion. You got Pettis, his brother, on there. Sergio Pettis. So, fight I really wanted. This is the card I want to talk about. Henderson versus Bisping. What else we have on this one? St. Preux versus Manua.
You skipped one.
Yeah, we got Dad Bod Vitor Belfort versus Musashi.
I've seen that he's been in okay shape lately.
I'm not seeing it. He's no TRT Vitor.
Well, it's never going to be.
Me and this guy were talking about how bad we wanted to see a freaking roided up Overeem versus TRT Vitor. That would have been freaking great. What else we got? We got Struve versus Magomedov. That's a sick fight. Big heavyweights.
Oh, yeah. Bradley Pickett.
We got One Punch Pickett. Oh, that's a tough fight. Yuri Alcantara. That's a tough fight.
Pickett. Just because of how he came to the octagon, I was like, this guy's the guy.
Brad Pickett coming out with the newspaper.
Yeah, I like that.
Let's go to Bisping and Hendo. Forget all these other bullshit fights. Let's get to the man. It's right there. Why are you hitting it again?
Oh, we're in the same. Oh, I found it.
Yeah, Bisping versus Hendo. Let's do a little early prediction. What you got?
Well,
we'll be talking about it.
Yeah, because this is.
I'm gonna say it right now. I got Henderson.
This is a month away. So
I can't
we'll definitely
wait.
be doing something
October 8th, I will be there with bells on to watch Dan Henderson win the belt from Bisping. I really hope so. I really want Dan Henderson to win that belt and retire with a UFC championship.
Look at the freaking... I didn't, like... Bisping is one of those people that you just don't realize... Like, a lot of people who know him know he's good, but you don't realize how good he is until you actually look into it.
Yeah.
Like, look at his record.
Oh, yeah, he's 30-7, and he's fought everybody.
Yeah.
And I like Bisping.
Yeah.
He's fun. He just beat Anderson Silva. He just knocked out Luke Rockhold. He looks like in the best... He's hit this crazy stride. He looks incredible. However, I think stylistically, I think Dan Henderson is a bad matchup for him. I like the wrestling. I'm saying this now. I don't know. I know Bisping never loses in Britain, the United Kingdom. He never loses there. He's never lost there. He won't.
You know what?
What's up?
You remember what we were talking about?
What's up?
About betting for fights, let's say?
Yeah.
We should do that for this one.
Yeah, because you're going to... Yeah. No, Dan Henderson's number 12. Damn it.
No, but it doesn't matter.
I know. This will be... Yeah, no.
It doesn't matter what he's ranked because he's going to crack him and it's going to be over.
If he cracks him, he cracks him.
Yeah.
I think, like Bisping ain't taking him down. I'm telling you, I think that knockout power and Henderson's chin... God, Dan Henderson has one of the best chins in the history of the MMA. So,
he can be rocked. I've seen it.
But it's from the hardest...
He recovers like quick.
Yeah, and it's from the hardest... Like, he just took a beating from Lombard and came back and knocked him out.
Yeah.
Dan Henderson's a freaking cowboy, man. He is America.
And,
so...
Okay.
We'll think of
we'll explain it first because we haven't even explained this yet. So what we're gonna do is because money's tight.
Yeah.
So we're gonna be doing.
I'm also not confident to throw out big bucks for this one.
And so we're gonna do stuff for like the channel. So we'll do.
I think it'll be funner than just money with each other. I think.
Yeah. Like what were you saying for the?
We'll do some betting.
You said 100 burpees with
2 gis on.
2? Just do what, man? Just make me do 100 burpees with my boxers on.
Yeah.
I'll still sweat.
Yeah.
I'll still die.
Yeah, I saw that from another web channel. I forgot what it was called. My buddy showed it to me.
We're not sure what we'll do yet. We'll do something closer to the date, but
it'll be entertaining.
It'll be a bet, like something stupid. Like he was talking about, 100 burpees with 2 gis on. So that's just gonna suck.
Yeah.
I was talking about a spoonful of wasabi. So it's just gonna be like stupid shit like that to kill each other.
That's how crazy we are.
We're crazy, dude.
We're crazy, man. I'll do the cinnamon challenge. I don't know what you guys do on the internet anymore. I have no idea.
So we'll figure something out for this.
We'll think of a bet, because
and everybody's gonna love it because somebody loses.
I personally just
really be hilarious.
I'll be stressed out even with no bet. I'll be so stressed out for this fight because I want Henderson to win so damn bad.
Yeah, because I'm gonna say right now, I am going for Bisping.
Yeah, no, I mean that's fair. I mean he's the favorite.
Yeah,
I'm nervous. I want Hendo to win. In my brain, I think Bisping's gonna win. However, my heart is 100%.
You're gonna be like, how I think Bisping is gonna win?
Oh,
I think he's gonna win by. I'm not saying knockout. I'm saying TKO.
Yeah, I mean,
just he's gonna mount him. He's gonna get on top of them, and they're gonna stop the fight somehow.
I don't think he's gonna take him down, but I can see him cracking him maybe. But I believe.
No, not take down like he took him down. I mean gets him to the ground somehow with a kick, punch, whatever. Yeah. Rocks him and smothers him and gets on top, and I think he's gonna finish him that way, not with a knockout.
I think Dan Henderson lives in Michael Bisping's head. Mm-hmm. I think Michael Bisping hates him so much. I think emotionally. Bisping.
That's the
I know
the
Henderson
wild card.
Is there, yeah.
That's the wild card. There's just so much emotion in this fight.
100%.
That's not even for Dan Henderson. Dan Henderson don't give a shit. But Michael Bisping is the one that fight. Is like
he wants this more than anything in the world.
Everything to him. So
yeah. And this fight wouldn't have happened if Henderson didn't look so damn good in his fight against Lombard.
Yeah.
This fight and if they didn't have because they fought back in UFC 100
and he's ranked 12th.
Yeah, I mean, and also apparently now Jacare is fighting Rockhold. Jacare 100% deserves a title shot. We got Yoel Romero, who got caught for roids, so he ain't getting no title shot, but he's fighting Weidman now. 185, dare I say it, is my favorite division right now.
Oh, it's good.
What a crazy good division. Okay, so anyway, we've chatted enough. I think we will end it here. We will be back. I don't know what our next episode is going to be. Where we might go see how I told you guys because this show is all about MMA movies. We want to do it. We're going to see. I've already seen it, but he's going to watch Hell or High Water, hopefully, and we're going to do a spoiler. Yeah, that's right. Whoa, Jesus, I'm trying to shooting guns in here. We're going to see Hell or High Water, and we're going to do a spoiler-free review. I think that'll keep it nice, short, and sweet. We'll do a spoiler-free review, and it's my favorite movie of the year. See Hell or High Water. It's fantastic. So yeah, there it is. Y'all good? Y'all good, bud?
Yeah.
All right, that has been the weigh-in with Alec and Sam. We will see you guys really soon.